Interior design is currently pivoting away from the cold, stark minimalism that defined the last decade. Spaces are becoming warmer and more expressive, favoring tactile surfaces and moody atmospheres over sterile brightness. This shift is driving a demand for analog rooms, dens, libraries, and listening spaces specifically designed to prioritize human connection by removing digital connectivity from the architecture. However, this desire for a private, tech-free sanctuary faces a physical contradiction. Modern homes and offices are still defined by open floor plans and expansive glass walls. We want the focus and seclusion of a private room, but we refuse to sacrifice our natural light to heavy blinds or divide our spaces with permanent, solid walls. This quadrant chart illustrates the tension of modern architecture. On the horizontal axis, we have our need for light and connection. On the vertical axis, our requirement for focus and privacy. Traditional solutions force you into the corners of this chart. Heavy curtains or new walls provide privacy, but pull you into the bottom right corner of darkness. Bare glass keeps you in the top left, full of light but completely exposed. On-demand privacy technologies aim for the top right quadrant. They promise a tech-enabled sanctuary where you maintain total privacy without losing a single lumen of natural light. Reaching that state requires choosing between two execution paths: factory-integrated rebuilding or invisible retrofitting. The choice between them is a financial calculation, weighing the cost of high-end materials against the cost of construction-based disruption. The ultimate design choice of 2026 is a calculated ROI evaluation of upgrading your existing glass versus tearing down your walls to start over. We see this dilemma most clearly in glass-heavy spaces, like residential bathrooms, storefronts, and conference rooms, where you need privacy on top of the glass that is already there. The integrated path involves factory-sealed smart glass, like the CLIC system, which completely replaces your existing window panes. Liquid crystal technology allows this glass to switch states on demand. In a millisecond, the pane transitions from a clear view to a soft frosted opaque that blocks sightlines while letting diffused natural light fill the room. While this gets you edge-to-edge clarity and permanent UV blocking, it requires full-scale demolition, removal of trim, and days of reglazing labor. The alternative is an invisible retrofit, PDLC smart film that bonds directly to the interior face of the windows you already have. This film delivers the exact same switchable privacy behavior without requiring you to remove a single pane of glass. This table compares the raw data between the two approaches, revealing a massive resource gap. Smart film installations take hours per room and cost about 30 to 40% of the price of glass replacement. A full glass replacement on that same scope would take 3 to 5 days of active construction. The success of a smart film retrofit depends entirely on clean room standard glass preparation. A single microscopic speck of dust, residue, or trim caulk left on the glass will cause the film to bubble and delaminate over time. Smart film offers nearly all the functional benefit of new smart glass at a fraction of the cost, provided you can meet the strict prerequisite of a flawless, sterile installation. Privacy is also a matter of what we hear. Modern open-plan layouts are acoustically vulnerable, as there are no physical barriers to stop noise from traveling. Conversational noise travels freely in these spaces, bouncing off hard surfaces and reaching workers across the entire floor. The traditional fix is structural, building physical plenum barriers inside the ceilings and packing every wall with extra insulation. This structural approach adds up to $8 per square foot to your construction costs and permanently destroys the layout flexibility of the original design. Adaptive sound masking systems offer a tech-based retrofit. These systems emit an unobtrusive ambient sound that smooths out the overall soundscape of the office. This diagram shows how the hardware integrates into the building. A network of speakers and multi-zone controllers are installed invisibly, typically hidden above the existing ceiling tiles. This network functionally reduces the distraction radius in an open office from 40 feet down to just 15 feet around each speaker. To prevent the sound from becoming irritating, the system must be calibrated to the specific acoustic response of the room's furniture, walls, and ceiling type. This calibration interface shows the system automatically fine-tuning the masking sound across 340 narrow frequency bands to ensure it matches the target spectrum of the space. True acoustic privacy can now be achieved dynamically, preserving both the construction budget and the architectural openness of the original layout. Successfully navigating these options requires mapping your specific renovation constraints against the available technology. This flowchart provides a decision framework for mapping the correct purchasing path for your property. For a residential retrofitter updating an existing bathroom or street-facing window, the correct path is smart film. In this context, the one-day timeline and zero demolition requirement provide much higher value than the slight edge-to-edge perfection of new glass. A commercial optimizer managing an active open-plan office or clinic should look toward adaptive sound masking combined with film on existing glass partitions. This combination maintains the modular flexibility of the office while saving massive amounts of capital compared to structural rebuilding. Finally, for the high-end creator building a new home where the walls are already open, the choice shifts. Integrated smart glass and structural soundproofing are the logical choice here because the retrofit value proposition vanishes when materials are being ordered and installed fresh anyway. Regardless of the path you choose, the ultimate goal of 2026 design is technology that remains completely invisible until the exact moment it is required. Luxury in 2026 is defined by the ability to instantly control your sensory environment on demand, tailored perfectly to your budget and your tolerance for demolition.